Welcome to the True Me podcast with your host, Nicole M. Nicole is an experienced business person with over 25 years of corporate success. She founded True Me Coaching in 2012, and she now helps corporations and individuals around the world to achieve authentic success and lasting happiness. Nicole provides warm guidance with a genuine program designed to enlighten and inspire. We hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome, this is Nicole M. I have devoted the last 15 years of my life trying to understand who I am and where I'm going. The inspiration for this podcast series came with the realization that I'm not alone in this journey, that you are also trying to find answers to these questions. Through this series, we're going to be discussing different issues that every one of us is facing daily. We will be covering topics like: why are we here? What is our purpose in life? Why do we feel lack all of the time? What can support us to improve our experience? So I would like to invite you to spend some time weekly thinking about the issues that are potentially blocking you. We will be discussing patterns of thoughts that are beneficial to you and pattern of thoughts that are just limiting your potential. The purpose is to empower you to be the best that you can be. In fact, this will be beneficial not only for you and for your life, but also for your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community, and ultimately the world. And the first issue I want to bring to the table is authenticity. Are you ready to live your life from a more authentic place? This is a very important question that will determine whether you are ready to embark on this journey with me. Every so often, I ask my clients or my students to pause for a minute and take a deep breath. I do that when I see them stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated. I know all too well that in today's fast-paced world, it is hard to be in the reality of the present moment, which is, however, all we have. We get distracted very easily by the demands of the day-to-day, so we end up disconnected from our true essence. The worst thing about being in that situation is that we mainly connect with a sense of fear, contraction, sadness, disappointment, confusion, and other limiting emotions and thoughts that push us to just get by. We feel a constant struggle and restrict our capacity to be our own true selves, share our gifts, make love to life, and embrace all the magic that it can offer us. If you have realized all of the above for yourself, and you feel that you are at a crossroad between what you think you must do and what your soul is whispering to you, then it is time for a quantum change. It is time for you to choose to live at a more spiritual level and from a more authentic place. So, you may ask me now, how can I know that I have arrived at this critical point? You will know if you feel that you can't go on anymore in your life following the illusions that your upbringing, society, the media, etc. have taught you. You can't continue pursuing the hollowness of money to feel successful. You know deep in your heart that there is more depth to life and you can no longer ignore it. You are feeling the urge to connect with your life's purpose and find ways to share your gifts and talents with the world so that you can make a positive impact and live a more joyful and fulfilling life. You are ready to live in integrity with your own values. You want to live life based on what you stand for, and you know that you don't need other people's approval because this is your own journey. As a consequence, you want your relationships to start becoming more meaningful. Yes, it's true. You might feel fear, but you want to use it as a fuel for strength, for bravery, for faith. You may feel confusion and you don't know where to start, but the urge to do something greater, to fulfill your potential, and to follow your unique path is stronger than anything else. You know that only you can embrace the life you came here to live. And believe me, if you follow your heart courageously, it will not only bring growth and expansion in your life, but it will create a ripple of goodness in other people's lives. You may even inspire others to embrace the same attitude, and that, I assure you, will make you feel even better. You want also to start understanding the meaning of events around you and allow yourself to be more in flow with life. For the first time, you want to enjoy more quiet time so that you can connect with yourself. You avoid the noise of TV, internet, social media, and prevent meeting people who you feel are no longer bringing value and growth in your life. You take better care of yourself, and you are prepared to listen to your inner wisdom. By doing that, you will start feeling more empathy and compassion towards yourself. And then, without even realizing it, you will start feeling more empathy and compassion towards others. You want to feel a greater sense of oneness, coming from a deep knowing that we are all part of the whole. So, if you are feeling one or more of the above, it is time for you to stop running on the hamster wheel of life. Take a deep breath and decide to act towards a more fulfilling reality. The only time you really have is now to allow yourself to be you. Not necessarily a new you, but the real you, maybe for the first time. So, I'm inviting you to start living life more connected to the truth of your soul, and not so much from your head, so you can live with more gratitude, joy, and meaning. And I know that the journey can be bumpy. Let me tell you a little bit more about me. When I turned 40, I was really amazed to find myself being so unhappy. I couldn't believe I was feeling so bad. Yes, for the external world, I was very successful. People thought that I had it all, but that was far from being my truth. I was feeling completely hopeless. Nothing could bring me joy, apart from the time I was spending with my kids. I turned to a colleague and I asked him, he was 43 at the time, I remember, what happens when somebody turns 40? He looked at me in surprise and said, "What do you mean? Nothing happens." I insisted, but I was told that at this age we must be very happy. That's why we have been working so hard all of our lives, isn't it? He took a side and said, "Nicole, you just go on. Continue doing what you're doing. There is nothing more to expect." I was really shocked. This was not what I signed up for. This was not what I have worked so much in my life to reach. I felt more than ever that I was in a maze, going round and round all of the time, surrounded by very tall walls that didn't allow me to see the full picture. In the life I had built for myself up to that moment, I was spending most of the time doing what other people expected me to do. I was a high-performing and effective business person. I was a caring mother, a supportive wife, a loving daughter, a loyal sister, and a friend. After years of playing in the same scenario, I had managed to lose myself in the middle of all of it. I really didn't know who I was anymore, but I had a deep sense of discontent and sorrow which impeded me from enjoying anything in my life. But now, a few years down the road, my life has changed completely. I wake up every morning without an alarm clock. I start my day at dawn, jumping out of bed, really eager to enjoy a 40-minute swim at my neighborhood swimming pool. I return home to enjoy my morning coffee and continue with my daily empowering habits, writing my gratitude notebook, which I have been doing for the last 10 years. Then I meditate for approximately another 40 minutes. After such a start of a day, I feel both energized and peaceful, ready to receive the gifts that life will bring. So, did this amazing change happen by chance? Of course not. It took me years of self-searching to reach the point I am at today. But the one thing that helped me the most was the decision I made so many years back that I will take off all of the masks, stop trying to please everyone, stop trying to reach all of the expectations that my position in business, but also my position in my family and in my community, were putting on my shoulders. They were too heavy for me, and they were not the purpose of my life. The only reason I'm saying this is because I know that I can do it, you can do it too. You can improve your life, you can make it more meaningful. You do not need necessarily to destroy everything you have built up and start from scratch. You can build your new life based on your old life. But you can be more authentic whilst doing it. Expressing yourself and becoming the person that you really are and that you want to show from now on. I mentioned before the purpose of my life. Well, that purpose is focused in teaching you to achieve the same results or even better. I believe that you have within you all of the talents you need to experience your deepest desires. A healthy and fit body, a fulfilling career, a joyful parenthood, a passionate and trustful personal relationship, inspiring friendships, and an abundant life. So, it is with my authentic and unconditional intention to serve you, and I would like to invite you to embark on this journey with me because I know that it will transform you. It will transform the way you see yourself and the way you see your possibilities. A journey that will teach you the power of the mind and the gentle manifestation of your inner self. Now, I also want to share with you why I call my company True Me. 10 years ago, in 2012, I was with a very close friend of mine practicing my coaching. At the end of our session, I noticed I had received an email from another friend of mine who was working on the logo and the name for this company. So we started examining these proposals, and it took us no more than 1 second to focus on the logo that you see today. The one where the name of the company is True Me, and there is a key. In that moment, my friend told me something that touched a very deep chord in me. He said, "Nicole, this is what you should call your company, because this is exactly what you are doing for me. You are helping me to unlock my heart and mind and find my true self. So call it True Me. It is the best way to represent what you are really doing." And I listened to him because what he was saying resonated with me. This was my real purpose when I started this work, to help me find myself, uncovering my truth under the many veils with which I had covered myself. So it made a lot of sense then, and it explains why I'm talking about authenticity in this first talk with you. I believe authenticity is the alpha and the omega for us to be happy, and it is a huge challenge in our everyday life in today's society. because we are not really encouraged to be authentic. We're encouraged to play roles, to fake it, to laugh when we want to scream, to sing when we want to shout, so that we will be accepted as part of our environment, whether that is school, university, workplace, family, etc. No, this is not what is going to make us happy. We will be happy only when we are true selves. And let me give you another tip to support your thinking. If you were to ask me, how do I know if I am my true self today? The answer to that question is very simple. Ask yourself, am I happy today? Am I feeling fulfilled? Am I feeling blissful? If you are not, then that means that you are in some way in contrast with your true self. It means that you operate with a part of you that is not your real you, and that is making you feel unhappy. So that's the answer. If you're absolutely happy and fulfilled, yes, you are your true self. If you are not feeling like that, chances are that you are not your authentic self. And your true self is asking you to come out, to express himself or herself, to be freed. So, in this series, we will be discussing how you can support yourself to be empowered, how you can support yourself to express freely what is truly in your heart, without pain, without fear, without any reservations. And I know that what is truly in your heart is just amazing. It's beautiful and pure, and it is so much needed in today's society. So to start your journey today, ask yourself the following questions and make a note of them. Where do you find yourself wearing masks? That is, behaving in a way that you think other people expect you to behave. How conscious or subconscious are these behaviors? How do you feel now making these realizations? If you have found answering these questions that you are not always true, then how important is it for you to hear the song of your true heart? And if it is important, how committed are you to make the necessary changes to make it happen? Because all you have to do right now is to make the decision and commit to yourself that you will go through the journey, that you will allow yourself to dismantle whatever is not working so that you can enter into the world of endless possibilities. Let me be your trustful guide and hold your vision throughout your journey until you reach your enlightened destination. So that's all for now. I will be very glad to receive your answers to these 5 essential questions. You can send it to me at nicole@trueme.co, and I will be able to support you make progress towards a brighter destination. Until we meet again, be your true self.
Thank you for listening to the True Me podcast. For more information on Nicole and True Me coaching, head to trueme.co. If you would like to request a personal or corporate session, you can send an email to nicole@trueme.co anytime.